Phil, and to all the team here at Island Block and Paving. This is an exciting business, been running for over 30 years, and about 30% of what they make here goes to the mainland using that freight equalisation scheme, which is something that our government has always been very steadfast on, to ensure that Tasmania continues to be able to connect up to the rest of the country and provide great opportunities for businesses like this. And this is a really innovative business. They are using recycled glass to make bricks that go in your home, and they have a patent on that technology. And as you know, one of our key areas for our advanced manufacturing plan, our modern manufacturing initiative, is recycling. And we are seeing Australian companies invest in recycling technology to ensure that we're able to address our own needs, because it's our waste, it's our responsibility. But I'm excited to see the innovation we're seeing in companies right here in Tassie that is taking up those opportunities in the recycling industry for some of the most obvious products that Australians use each and every day. And it's part of our economic plan. I mean, the building blocks of our economic plan are to ensure that we keep taxes low, to ensure that we're investing in the skills and the infrastructure that Australia's economy needs to grow into the future, to ensure that we have reliable, affordable energy to support businesses, to ensure that we are enabling businesses to use the technology, and the digital technology in particular, that enables them to be competitive, and to make sure we make things here in Australia, like we are here at Island Block and Paving. Managing a strong economy is what I've said right from the outset of this campaign, is what this election is all about. And Australians have an important choice to make this weekend. As a government, we've seen unemployment fall from 5.7% down to 4%. When Labor were last in power, it increased from 4.4% to 5.7%. Now, there's only one difference between what was happening when Labor was last in power and when we are, and that is the global downturn in the economy that we have had to deal with was 30 times worse than the global financial crisis that Labor dealt with when they were in power. 7 out of the last 8 years, we have seen the minimum wage rise higher than inflation. When Labor was in power, 3 out of only of those 6 years did that occur. And as a result, we're seeing more people in work. As we looked out into the pandemic, we thought that we would see unemployment go to 15%. And here we are today with unemployment at 4% and likely to fall in the future, as the Reserve Bank has forecast. We have unemployment for young people in this country down to 8.3%. That's the lowest level we've seen for around about 15 years or thereabouts. Young people getting into work, changing how they go forward in the future. But an important part about a strong economy is to ensure that we manage money. Now, we've been very upfront and open with Australians about what our policies cost. We've set them out. We've submitted them to the independent costing agency throughout the campaign. Each and every time we release a policy, it's always there on the website. But in contrast, we've seen Labor running away, and Mr Albanese running away from scrutiny when it comes to just how much his policies cost. We're so late in the campaign now, and even today he wanted to run to the other end of the country, away from his own travelling media pack, so he wouldn't have to face questions. Now I'm pleased the media were able to pressure him back into facing that scrutiny today. But managing money is central to how you run a strong economy. And our government has retained a AAA credit rating, one of only 9 countries to do so through the course of this pandemic. Managing money is important because we know from Labor that when they can't manage money, they always come after yours, and they come after it with higher taxes. There is a hole in Labor's bucket when it comes to their economic management. There's a hole in their bucket when it comes to how they manage money. And what that means is higher taxes in the future. Labor are abolishing the tax speed limit that we put in place. They are removing the constraints that we impose on our budget that don't let taxes rise beyond what we believe is a sensible level of maximum taxes that an economy can support. We're ensuring that we keep the constraints on responsible spending. Mr Albanese wants to abolish those. The Shadow Treasurer Jim Chalmers is running around saying higher deficits, $1 billion there, $1 billion here. You know, it's no big deal. That's what Labor's Shadow Treasurer has said just this week. And Labor not being able to manage money is a real risk to Australians. It's a real risk to your bottom line. You know, we've all got to manage our budgets effectively. We've all got to live within our means as best as we possibly can. And governments are no different to that. And that's why, as a government, we've put in place strict disciplines to ensure that we keep taxes low and that we also keep spending under control. The other thing we're doing is ensuring that Australians can use their own resources. Here we are at a company that makes bricks and pavers that go into new homes. And only under a Liberal national government will Australians be able to access their own money in their own superannuation to ensure that they can get their start in the housing market. And right here in Tasmania, it's been one of the hottest housing markets anywhere in the country, particularly down in Hobart. And we want young people and people of all ages who don't own a home to be able to own a home. And only by voting Liberal National this Saturday, Susie Bauer here in the seat of Lions, and Bridget Archer up there in Bass, and of course Gav Pearce over there in Braddon, where I was last night. These are the candidates, by voting for them here in Tasmania, that you can ensure that you can get access to your own super, because Labor will never, ever let you access your money in your own superannuation for that. We're preserving your retirement balance and giving you the chance and the head start that you need using your own money, your own money.